One last clip, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. I think we've already done this one before, but it'd be good to compare things, whether I've got the hockey straps in or whatever, or there's the camera moving, we've got the bonnet in there now or something. Now, what is it? It's 50 along here, okay. A lot of cars here, so there's some bottleneck down there or something. Margaret Street, that was the other one. Margaret Street, and the next one will be Elizabeth Street, and not a Margaret Elizabeth Street or Elizabeth Margaret Street. Yep, this one's Elizabeth Street. What's the next one going to be? Oh, I'm starting to speak with rain. That's going to ruin the clip. Okay, what is it? Rosella Street. Oh well, I suppose you could have a woman called Rosella, not Rosetta. Yeah. I hope we pass the audition. Sweet Rosetta. I always thought that was Ringo saying that. Apparently it's John. Just shows, isn't it? Unless he was having a spoof, you know, copying Ringo's accent. Well, they say Mozart could actually copy anyone's accent. If within about 3 hours of being with someone, he could copy their accent, you know, and it'd be like one of those. It'd be like one of your comedians, you know, that you know, they put one of these comedians of not ventriloquists, you know, people that these mimics, right? I reckon Mozart was so good with his ear that within about 3 hours of being with someone, you know, basically half a day I suppose, he could mimic them, you know, like perfectly, so that, you know, you think it'd be the other person, but he could do that for the rest of his life thereafter, you know? Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't it be nice to work out how he did all that, and you could transfer it like Joe 90 style to other people? I mean, that would just be amazing if we could find out how he did all that and transfer it to everyone on the planet, so everyone had that ability. And that would be progress, I reckon. Rather than putting someone down for having these spegging awesome abilities, and, you know, actually learn from them. Anyway, I think that's about it really. It's going to spit with rain and it's going to ruin all the clips, so past this spot we went through, what was it, 13 days ago, when we had that koala crawling across the road. Unless you just like driving along with me or something, and you like seeing similar clips, so you get the feel of the place, like you're driving home from work or something every day, and you get so used to the scenery. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some of these salary men in Japan get so bored with what they do that, you know, something like that, just filming the same thing. Oh look at that Grevillea robusta, did you see that? It was still out, and yeah, wow. Unless of course it's under a street lamp or something, and the street lamp is tricking it in. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we'll just take this detour up to Black's Forest. See, this is why Blackwood is called Blackwood, because of the so-called Black Forest up here, which is this big stand of government trees, I think. I believe it's one of the original test sites or something. So, yeah, maybe this is the way to end it. There is a turn-in here, somewhere. I don't know if you can see that. This is the Blackwood or Blackwood sort of thing, you know. You can actually Google it, but before the days of Google, it was very hard to track down, you know. It was sort of, you were asking people, where is Blackwood, you know, the Blackwood or Blackwood sort of thing, you know. So if I go in here and turn around on this no-through road and maybe go up here and turn around, you might be able to see this great big expanse of forest off Myrtle and this is through there the Blackwood of Blackwood sort of thing. That's why Blackwood's called Blackwood, which is another reason why I think, you know, that calling it Blackwood Golf Course is so weird, you know. It's like it's miles away. But yeah, I did take a little bit of a walk in there. It's sort of, you know, dark and dingy sort of thing in there, but you know, you can look it up on Google. It's a little bit bigger than you think it is, a little bit smaller than you think it is. It's sort of Goldilocks size sort of thing. You think, oh, okay. But apparently, I think that was one of the first, you know, let's test out whether we can actually grow these things. And there's no corner. No, it's the next one down. I think I did go down there once wrong. But anyway. Of course, now we're in the southeast, we just grow absolutely massive stands of these Pinus radiata. Once, of course, we imported the mycorrhizae, which is, again, to me, strange, isn't it? You know, we have all these quarantine rules. You can't do this, but then the government can go and import a possibly invasive fungus that might attack a native flora, you know, and just try it out. I'm thinking, well, okay. Anyway, yeah. Obviously, them's the rules, but the rules are vary for which group you're in, isn't it? Yeah. A slight bending of the rules. Maybe that should be the name of this clip. Yeah. Got to. Yeah. A slight bending of the rules. Anyway, anything worth taking a photograph? I don't know. Maybe one or two shots just to pin the video to. I don't know. City of Onkaparinga. Onkaparinga. Starting to wax lyrical again, Richard. Slap yourself. No, not that side. Well, that looks nice. I like that. Yeah, that's worth a shot. Car behind me. Anyway, see if I can get this. This is this little art gallery that now. Okay, I don't know, that might be blurred, but it was worth a try. This little art gallery that sort of opened up there. It's been there for well, ever since I've been living there. It must be like 20 years now. I mean, probably one of these things, you know, someone. It becomes their life, sort of, they live out the back or something, it becomes a life home sort of thing, and then they die and it goes into disrepair and ruin unless it gets handed on to someone else. But, you know, does someone else have the imbued value and, you know, ethos and everything else wrapped all up into a nice big ball of having lived there for so long and, you know, developed it themselves and watched it grow and flourish and bloom and blossom and all that sort of stuff, you know. Yeah. Or you hand it over to someone who's wet behind the ears or something, you know. But I suppose if you've got the thing, you just know, don't you? I mean, it's like when Mozart saw Beethoven. It wasn't a case of, you know, jealousy. It was recognising someone for what they were, and you know, instantly realising, I suppose, with his autistic mind, you know, where he was heading and what he was going to do. Maybe in his mind he could work out what tunes he was heading towards. I mean, we are talking about Mozart, you know. You know, he's been dead for so many 100 years now, and no one's come along to do what he's done, so you've got to give him his due. Awesome memory, strange memory, you know, strange abilities, you know. Able to listen and write music at the same time. You know, write his own music and listen to someone else's, and be able to reproduce someone else's music note perfectly, even though he's writing down his own opera music at the time, apparently. Isn't it one anecdotal story? So, you know, there's lots of these anecdotal stories. I mean, I don't think really anyone's ever done an authoritative look at Mozart. I really don't think anyone's really paired apart the man, sort of thing, you know. And yeah, I don't know how you do it. I just don't know. With all our new modern technologies, you get some of the directors together and get some of the girls and boys. Maybe you could somehow, with the modern technology, represent the phenomenon that was and is Mozart, I suppose. You know, put some of these anecdotal stories together and sort of with CGI, so what he must have been doing in his mind, sort of thing. You know, if it's true, well, it must be. There must be a certain degree of truism for all these weird anecdotal stories to exist, you know. Yeah. Anyway. Worth a shot? I think it might be.